War may seem like a free-for-all, but certain lines cannot be crossed. Some weapons are so devastating that their use is banned internationally. Here are the top 10. Number 10. Blinding laser beams. In the mid-1990s, the US Air Force embarked on a research project to develop high-powered lasers capable of blinding enemies at long range. The military saw this as a potentially less harmful alternative to traditional weapons like napalm or nuclear bombs. However, concerns about the indiscriminate nature of such a weapon grew, and Human Rights Watch raised alarms about its potential dangers. Recognizing the threat, the United Nations adopted a protocol banning blinding laser weapons. This landmark treaty, established over 2 decades ago, serves as a precedent for proactively addressing emerging weapons technologies. The debate surrounding lethal autonomous weapons mirrors the earlier controversy over blinding lasers, underscoring the importance of anticipating and regulating potentially harmful advancements before they pose a significant threat to global security. Number 9. Biological weapons. Biological weapons inflict unparalleled devastation, prompting the creation of the 1972 Biological Weapons Convention, the first treaty banning an entire category of weapons of mass destruction. It came into force in 1975. History provides chilling examples. Rinderpest, a cattle plague used by Genghis Khan, decimated livestock, disrupting ecosystems and starved populations. Even more terrifying is the concept of chimera viruses, genetically engineered pathogens with the potential to be far deadlier than their natural counterparts. The Soviet Union's Chimera project, which explored combining smallpox and Ebola, underscores the nightmarish potential of such weapons. These horrors highlight the imperative for prohibiting biological weapons. Number 8. Certain bombs. Bombs are inherently destructive, but some inflict devastation on an entirely different scale, necessitating international bans. Cluster bombs epitomize indiscriminate warfare. Dispersing multiple submunitions, they wreak havoc on civilians, combatants, and infrastructure alike. Their lingering threat of unexploded ordnance compounds the devastation. The 2008 Convention on Cluster Munitions, with its 103 parties, marked a significant step towards their eradication. Dirty bombs, while less potent than nuclear bombs, pose a unique and insidious threat. Exploiting conventional explosives to disperse radioactive material, they cause widespread contamination, leading to cancer, genetic mutations, and long-lasting environmental ruin. Nuclear weapons reign supreme as the ultimate instruments of destruction. The Tsar Bomba, with the explosive force equivalent to over 3,000 Hiroshima bombs, underscores the unimaginable power of these devices. The 2017 Treaty of the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons represents a global commitment to eliminate them, though the challenges remain immense as many nations continue to possess these arsenals. Number 7. Expanding bullets. Gunshot wounds are a severe threat, but expanding bullets inflict a particularly gruesome level of damage. Designed to mushroom upon impact, these projectiles maximize tissue damage and increase the likelihood of fatal injuries. Once favored by police for their stopping power, they were eventually banned due to their excessive lethality. To compound the horror, some expanding bullets are coated with poisons, exacerbating wounds and potentially causing fatal infections. The use of biological agents like anthrax or botulinum toxin in these bullets is a terrifying prospect. These factors led to the prohibition of such ammunition under the Hague Convention of 1899. Even beyond human casualties, the dangers of poisoned bullets extend to the environment. Conservation groups have called for a ban on bullet poisoning due to the risk of human contamination through the consumption of affected wildlife. Number 6. Punji sticks. Outmatched by the superior firepower of American forces, the Viet Cong turned adversity into a deadly weapon. With nothing more than bamboo and hard wood, they crafted the infamous punji stick. Sharpened to lethal points and often coated in poison, these simple stakes became a terrifying tool of guerrilla warfare. Hidden in the dense jungle, punji sticks were insidious booby traps that inflicted horrendous injuries. Their reputation as merciless weapon led to their condemnation as a violation of international law. The 1980 Geneva Convention explicitly banned punji sticks due to their indiscriminate and excessively cruel nature. Today, over 100 countries have ratified the treaty, recognizing the abhorrent nature of this weapon. Number 5. Incendiary weapons. Incendiary weapons are indiscriminate firestorms that inflict horrific suffering on both combatants and civilians. Beyond the agony of burns, these weapons destroy infrastructure and leave lasting scars on communities. Recognizing their devastating impact, over 110 nations signed the 1980 Convention on Incendiary Weapons. Despite this international agreement, the use of incendiary weapons persists. In 2016, Human Rights Watch accused Russia and Syria of employing these banned weapons against civilian populations. Overwhelming evidence, including videos, testimonies, and physical remnants, support these claims. The United States is also implicated in the misuse of incendiary weapons. The admission of white phosphorus use in Fallujah reveals a disturbing pattern of disregard for humanitarian law. This substance ignites upon contact with air, causing excruciating burns akin to skin melting. Number 4. Non-detectable fragments. Non-metallic mines are insidious weapons designed to evade detection. Constructed primarily from plastic, wood, or glass, they render conventional metal detectors useless. This invisibility poses a severe threat to both soldiers and civilians. Protocol 1 of the 1979 Convention on Conventional Weapons prohibits these mines due to their devastating humanitarian consequences. Medical professionals face insurmountable challenges when treating victims injured by these weapons. Non-metallic fragments are nearly impossible to locate, leading to prolonged suffering and increased risk of infection. Furthermore, the enduring threat posed by these mines to post-conflict populations is undeniable. Their invisibility to metal detectors hinders clearance efforts, leaving innocent civilians at risk long after hostilities have ceased. Overwhelming global consensus has led to a treaty banning these weapons, with the vast majority of nations participating in this crucial effort to protect human life. Number 3. Twisting blade. Any knife is a potential weapon, but the Yag Commando Integral Tri-Dagger is a specialized instrument of death. Its distinctive twisted three-edged blade is designed solely for inflicting maximum harm. Unlike multi-purpose knives, this weapon serves no practical function beyond killing. To compound its brutality, the twisting blade ensures wounds are devastating and irreparable. Unlike a standard stabbing, which might allow for closure, the Tri-Dagger's wounds are horrifically complex. This weapon's design clearly violates the spirit of Protocol 1 of the Geneva Convention, which prohibits weapons causing unnecessary suffering. Its capacity to inflict excessive injury is undeniable. Number 2. Brass knuckles. Often glamorized in films like Constantine and The Sopranos, brass knuckles are in reality illegal in many states including California, Michigan, Illinois, Vermont, and South Carolina. While perhaps less lethal than other weapons on this list, they inflict severe injuries, from deep cuts to broken bones and permanent eye damage. Despite the name, these weapons can be made from various materials, including acrylic steel and hard plastic. Though widely banned, some individuals such as bouncers and bodyguards may obtain permits for their use in specific professional contexts. This underscores the potential danger these weapons pose and the importance of strict regulations surrounding their possession and use. Number 1. Chemical weapons. Chemical weapons range from the relatively less lethal tear gas to the horrifically toxic nerve agents like sarin. However, these pale in comparison to the deadliest of them all, VX. 10 times more potent than sarin, VX is a neurotoxin that paralyzes the body, leading to a horrific and agonizing death. Its devastating effects prompted the creation of the Chemical Weapons Convention in 1993, which outlawed its production and stockpiling. Despite international bans, VX remains a tool of terror. The assassination of Kim Jong-un's half-brother using this poison highlights its deadly potential. Even more insidious is Novichok, a nerve agent reportedly 4 times more lethal than VX and notoriously difficult to detect. Developed in secrecy by the Soviet Union, Novichok has been linked to poisonings, such as the attack in Salisbury, England. These incidents underscore the ongoing threat posed by chemical weapons and the urgent need for global cooperation to eliminate them. Which weapon do you think is the most horrifying and deserves a global ban? Share your thoughts below. If you like this video, click the next one shown on the screen. I'm sure you'll like it. Thanks for watching.